St. Louis trip. Let me start by saying I did not want to go. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the trip. It's just I didn't expect it to be fun in the first place. During summer break, I tend to just not do anything. I don't like to go anywhere or do anything. This trip was completely random. June 24th, 2017, my dad walks in the room and goes, "Ethan, we're leaving for St. Louis in 1 hour. Pack fast, we're staying the night." Darn it, my mind took a while to make sense of that information, but after a lot of procrastination, we took off. A few hours later, we crossed the Mississippi River and see the Gateway Arch for the first time. Me, being the dumb teenager I was, had the worst mood I could ever have. For some reason, my parents decided that it was the perfect time to go to the zoo. 10 minutes before it closed. My whole family gravitated to every single random animal that was in their path. After the closing hour had passed, my dad decided to ride the train around the zoo, just so we could stay longer and get closer to where we parked our car. As we were leaving the zoo, my dad saw an event going on across the street. It was a Shakespeare play, and for some reason, my parents decided to stay for the 3 hours it lasted. We finally get out of the car and drive to the hotel, settle in, and go to sleep. The next day, my dad wakes me up and says, "We're going to a baseball game today." Even though the trip had been awful for me, that actually seemed interesting. We got ready and left. That was the first baseball game I went to. And, not gonna lie, it was pretty fun. That baseball game made me think the trip wasn't all that bad. At night, we had dinner at this fancy spaghetti place, and they made my brothers crazy balloon hats. We went back to the hotel and went to bed since we had to get up early the next day. I woke up having a good attitude, because I realized if I didn't, I was being annoying to my family and myself. That day, we went on a tour of the Gateway Arch. We could see the Butch Stadium where we had been the day before. It was amazing. After that, we went to the City Museum. I've never seen a museum that weird and creative in my life. At that moment, I realized how dumb I had been for having such a bad attitude before. That trip, I learned to always be willing to do things even if it's not what you want to do, because you might end up having fun.